Welcome back. After shooting the last part and learning about Kayland, I decided that I wanted to know more about the lore. So, regarding him, because I noticed that one of the things that I haven't really been doing in this playthrough or the other playthroughs is reading the codex entries and really following the lore. Because while I'm recording, more so than anything, I'm more focused on what I'm doing right now than necessarily following the story or what I'm saying. So, with the help of editing, I am going to read to you about Kayland, because I find it very interesting with him, particularly since, we found out that he wasn't really all that enthusiastic about the fight. And I wanted to know, did I miss that somewhere? Because he seemed overly enthusiastic to me. But anyway, instead of jabbering while recording this, I'm going to be quiet and add the text from what I found about the wiki for Kayland, because I found it to be very, very interesting.
Victory shall be mine.
Kayland is the son of King Merrick Theron and Queen Rowan. Kayland Theron was the king of Ferelden during opening stages of the Fifth Blight. He had been king since his father's death 5 years ago, ruling alongside his wife Queen Honora, the daughter of the hero Logain MacTyr. Now, I remember her, but in my last playthrough, I had almost nothing to do with her. Matter of fact, I didn't even relate that they were married until somebody made a really snide remark to Logain about killing her husband. And it was like, ooh, okay. So Kayland's mother had a love of books, and Kayland inherited this. He loved hearing heroic tales as a child, particularly those describing his father's rise to power. His mother died when he was still young, and Kayland grew up without siblings. However, at some point he became aware that Alistair was his half-brother. Even though they only ever met once as children, Kayland stayed informed about his life and knew enough about Alistair to give Honora a sense of his personality. Kayland was not raised by his father alone. Logain helped raise him and helped to organize his marriage to Honora when both were still children. Although it started off as a political arrangement and Kayland wasn't entirely faithful, it eventually grew into something more. Kayland was happy to allow Honora to deal with the administrative aspects of ruling. As to his mind, a true king unites his people against a common enemy. Now, that paragraph was shocking to me because I had the assumption that they were very much in love and that's why they got married. I did not realize that it was a political arrangement. And Logain has basically been plotting this all from the beginning. I had no idea. Okay, so rather than being concerned at...
poured over by dark spawn and thick with their rot, it was his.
I know, I feel it too. But he is not the first king to ever fall in battle, or even the first to fall to the Darkspawn.
Yes, but this wound cuts deeper.
And it will bleed longer. But we must keep moving. No doubt the Darkspawn are eager to give us plenty more reasons to mourn.
Okay. Rather than being concerned at the increasing number of Darkspawn, Kayland embraces it as a chance to forge a legend of his own by fighting alongside the Grey Wardens in Ostagar. He is so determined to emerge victorious that he invites Orlesians, there we go, soldiers, even though Ferelden has only been free from their rule for 30 years. When battle arrives, despite advice to the contrary, Kayland insists on fighting on the front lines. When Logain pulls his troops from the field, Kayland and the Grey Wardens are overwhelmed by the Darkspawn, and he is subsequently crushed to death in the grips of an org. Okay, so even in this paragraph, there's no mention whatsoever that he wasn't secure in the fact that he was going to win. Yes, he was caught up in the grandeur of the fight, but that little tidbit just came out of nowhere. So, okay, let's continue on. In return to Asgard, oh wait, I can't read this yet because we haven't done that part yet. So let's go to the letters. The first letter is from Empress Celine of Orlais. And she says, my warden commander assures me that we face a blight. This thing threatens us both, and we must work together to fight it, lest it will devour all. Our two nations have not had a happy history, but that is all that it is, history. It is the future that is at stake now. Let us put aside our father's disagreements so that we may secure a future for both our countries. So, that makes sense. That after, I mean, it wasn't their fight, it was in a previous generation. So it's like, move on. So that was like an official letter. Okay, now there's one in a familiar tone. It says an uncharacteristically familiar tone by Empress Celine. And it says, the visit to Ferelden will be postponed indefinitely due to the Darkspawn problem. You understand, of course. The Darkspawn have odd timing, don't they? Let us deal with them first. Once that is done, we can further discuss a permanent alliance between Orlais and Ferelden. Okay, now the third one is from Arl Iman. And this one is the interesting one. My men will arrive as soon as possible to bolster your forces. Make her willing, this blight will be ended before it has begun. Kaelin, I beseech you, as your uncle, not to join the Grey Wardens on the field. You cannot afford to take this risk. Ferelden cannot afford it. Let me remind you again that you do not have an heir. Your death, and it pains me to even think of it, would plunge Ferelden into chaos. And yes, perhaps when this is over, you will allow me to bring up the subject of your heir. While a son from both the I cannot talk today. Theron and Nectir lines would unite Ferelden like no other. Here's the part. We must accept that perhaps this can never be. The Queen approaches her 30th year, and her ability to give you a child lessens with each passing month. I submit to you again that it might be time to put Honora aside. We parted harshly the last time I spoke of this, but it's been a full year since then, and nothing has changed. Please, nephew, consider my words, and Andraste's grace be with you. And that's when my jaw dropped. I was like, really? Really? So, wow. She couldn't have kids. So, that makes it even more critical for Loghain to kill Alistair, because she can reign as queen, she can marry somebody else, but she can't have kids. So that sort of makes me wonder how I'm going to do the storyline this time. Because in my first playthrough, my love interest was Alistair, so my goal was to be queen. This time, I can't be queen because I'm an elf. So that's not even a possibility, even if there was a love interest. So do I want him to marry Honora? No. I don't. I don't feel that Honora... Oops. Aww.
Oh,
puppy.
Look at the poor thing. He must be freezing. Quick, feed him some rations from your pack.
Puppy! Can I have him? Please, can I have him? My other playthrough, we had a puppy. There's not a can I keep him option. I want the puppy. Oh, no puppy. Damn you. Come here. I'm afraid if I tell it to go away, it's gonna go away. puppy. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to say, you know, if I say go on about your business and then it's going to go away and then I'm never going to see it again. I'm going to have to research that, I think. Or, yeah, that would be my luck. I'll come and visit it again after I'm completely done with this area. And if that doesn't unlock, something that I do doesn't unlock the puppy to come to me, then I will pick that option. And if I'm screwed, I'm screwed. But I want the puppy. Lock bash. Oh my, I love the person who told me about that add-on. So anyway, who do I want to rule? And I don't want Honora. So I don't know if I can kill Honora. Excuse me, yes, my mind goes there. I mean, I want to kill Loghain for what he did. I want him dead. Even though I did it in the other one, in my other playthrough, I just morally don't feel like he deserves to live for all the deaths that he caused. Even trying to fight the Darkspawn and turning into a Grey Warden, I just don't, I can't, I just can't do it. Unless something changes in the playthrough, I just can't do it. So, Loghain must die.
Right.
So I'll kill him. What the fuck? They just appeared out of what'd they do? Come out of the ground? So I will kill him. But Honora, I don't know if I can kill her. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I remember vaguely being overtaken by dogs or wolves. Yeah. These are those wolves. I'm fucked. I did not plan this well. Okay. These are these wolves, I think, that jump on you and just and just, you know, tear you apart and you can't do anything. But watch the life drip. There he goes. There goes Sten. Oh, and he's a yellow. Uh-oh. Yeah, I did not plan this well, did I? No, I did not. But I wasn't expecting them to just pop up out of nowhere. Oh, can I keep Alistair alive? Huh. Well, I might take this. I might make this. I spoke too soon. I'm not gonna make this. Oh, okay. Can I get her? No, I can't get her to do. I was thinking maybe I can get her to resurrect them. Maybe? Because I saw another mob go down and it's like, woo, maybe I have this. But then I saw death icon. No, I don't. So maybe if I can keep her alive long enough to resurrect them. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's not going to happen. And there it goes. Those are those wolves. I told you, they jump on you and you can't do anything. But watch the health go down. Oh my god, look, there's more. You see in the back there? There's more. Holy crap, yeah. Run! That's the only thing you can do. I don't have resurrect. Maybe I can cone of frost these. And maybe just kite them to their death? Oh no. What was that? I'm done. I can't survive this. I cannot survive this in using a potion or anything. my ego wants me to figure out a way to make this work. Yeah. And look how cocky they look as they walk away. Assholes. Okay. I'm gonna stop for a second and no, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I was gonna stop for a minute and then I decided no. Nope. Let's do it. Let's do it. Because one thing I don't like, I mean, you do tell me, you guys, like if you lose a fight, do you want to stop and, I mean, and you've just lost one time. This is not something where you're like beating your head up against the wall. Do you like to stop and pick it up the next time? Or do you want the fight to be over with the next time you log into the game? So now that I know what's coming, maybe I can better prepare for it. Since I know that they're just gonna pop up. Oh, wait a minute, where am I? What the hell? Am I like before Puppy?
Okay, go with you now.
I think I am.
Something about returning here makes me feel old, Wynne.
And what exactly are you implying, Alistair?
What? What? Nothing. No, I just thought...
You just thought I might be an expert at feeling old and could share some sage advice.
I just mean that I was a different person then. I believed him, you know? That it would be a glorious battle that we'd win.
I did too. We were all a little bit younger the last time we were here.
Well, not you. You've always been old.
With lips like that, son, you'll be lucky if you live to be half my age.
Yeah, I'm before Puppy. I'm all the way at the very beginning. Okay. Lesson learned. F5, F5, F5. Matter of fact, there was a guy that I used to watch do playthroughs. His name was My Name Is Not Lily. He doesn't do them anymore. But he was doing Neverwinter Nights, and he would save after every fight. And I used to sort of smile when he did that because it's like, man, are you being overcautious? But that's not being overcautious. That's just being cautious because you don't know how the next fight is going to pop up. So I need to actually practice that myself. And, oh God, not this again. And do that so that I don't have the same type of issue that I'm having right now where I'm starting all the way at the beginning of something instead of just starting before the next fight. So, but this does give me the opportunity to do something different with Puppy, so there is always a bright side to every bad thing. Just have to think positive. Am I gonna lose this fight too? I think the next thing I'm going to look up is like the Darkspawn, because the evolution of them, it seems like they're getting more intelligent as time goes on. Okay. Yay. Okay, I'm going to cut this one here because this is getting rather long and there's another fight coming up, and I will see you guys in the next one.